No light, no transparency, no accountability. But House Republicans did it. They pushed through their heartless budget in the dead of night. So what happened? Where are we now? And most importantly, where are we going from here? After feeling the pressure from President Trump, Speaker Johnson brought the president's big ugly bill to the House floor for a vote in the middle of the night. Look, I'm no stranger to late nights when it means delivering real results for people. But this was a deliberate move by the majority to hide what's in the bill. They knew how bad it was. They knew the public wouldn't stand for it. So they did it in the dark. No light, no transparency, no accountability. And remember, this is the same party that demanded they have 72 hours to read legislation prior to voting on it. But just like their morals, that rule went out the window the second the president said, get it done. Now, in the days since this vote, we've heard more and more about just how devastating this budget really is. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office just said that if this bill is passed into law as written, it would result in 16 million Americans losing their health insurance. Because the bill isn't just the biggest cut to Medicaid in American history. It's the single largest evisceration of healthcare in American history, period. That means our parents, young people, our neighbors, our friends, forced to choose between getting the care they need and putting food on the table. And in Delaware alone, more than 38,000 people could lose coverage. I've heard directly from Delawareans about what Medicaid cuts will mean for them and their family. And in many cases, it's not just hardship, it's life and death. Also, billionaires and big corporations can get massive tax breaks. Despicable. If enacted, this would be the largest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich in a single law in U.S. history. This bill does nothing to grow our economy. It doesn't lower grocery prices still rising from Trump's trade war, and it sure as hell doesn't reduce the deficit. In fact, it would increase the deficit by $2.4 trillion. And those increases will almost certainly lead to even deeper cuts to Medicaid and Medicare down the line. At the end of the day, the top 10% get richer, the poorest 10% are left even further behind. I voted against this budget, and I will continue to do so, because Delawareans and the American people deserve so much better. But we're not done yet. The Senate will take up the bill next, and then both the House and Senate will need to agree on the final version before it gets signed into law. And we can't let that happen. House Democrats are united in opposing this heartless budget, and will continue to vote against it and sound the alarm. Stay in touch, and I'll do the same.